My best friend changed after I acquired a disability. In college, my best friend was Melvin. We had been close since freshman year, always working on projects together and dreaming about starting a business after graduation. But everything changed when I got into an accident during sophomore year, leaving me in a wheelchair. At first, he acted like nothing was different, but over time, I noticed the shift. He stopped inviting me to things that weren't accessible, even when I could have easily gone. He started making jokes about how I had the best parking spots and front row seating everywhere. At first, I laughed with him, but deep down, I knew he didn't see me the same way anymore. The real breaking point came during a night out with friends. We were talking about business ideas, and I shared something I had been working on for months. Before I could even finish explaining, Melvin smirked and said, "That's great and all, but how are you going to run a company? Sit back and let everyone else do the work?" The table went quiet for a moment before someone awkwardly changed the subject. I tried to brush it off, but that was the moment I realized Melvin didn't see me as an equal anymore. He saw me as an obstacle, an inconvenience. After that night, I stopped telling him my plans. Instead, I focused on making them a reality. By the time graduation rolled around, I had already secured investors and launched my company. I didn't brag about it, and I didn't feel the need to prove anything to him. Meanwhile, Melvin was still scrambling to put something together, trying to convince people to fund a startup that barely had a foundation. Then I found out that his big idea was almost identical to the one I had told him about months ago. The difference was that I had already made it happen. A few weeks later, he called me, acting like we were still the best of friends. He wanted to meet up and talk business. I agreed. When we sat down, he launched into his pitch, telling me about his brilliant idea and how he just needed funding. I listened patiently, nodding along, waiting for the right moment. Then, I pulled up my phone and showed him my company's website. He stared at the screen, his face slowly falling. "Wait, this is your company?" I nodded. "Yeah, funny, right? Guess I figured out how to run things after all." He barely got another word in before he realized there was nothing left to say. We never really spoke after that, and honestly, I didn't miss him.